Anderson Power Equipment. This is Bill. How can I help you?
Thanks, Bill. This is Brian Latimer calling you today. I'm actually just calling to check on a mower that I brought in for service. I'm checking to see if it's ready.
Okay, that was Latimer. Last name Latimer. Looks like you are ready to go. Yep, you're ready to go. Come and pick it up at your own convenience.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So everything's ready to go. I wanted to see, how late are you guys open today?
Service department is open 5 o'clock, Mr. Latimer.
To be honest with you, I'm trying to go fishing a little bit today, so if you can give
that.
me a little
I
time
heard
to go fishing, I'll be there later this afternoon to pick up my mower.
Everything's ready. We got the oil change, checked all your fluids. We actually checked all your belts. Everything checked out good. Mower's been well taken care of.
All right, thanks. I just wanted to make sure everything was good and ready to be picked up. I'll see you guys later on this evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling Anderson Power Equipment.
So it's a beautiful spring day. I mean, just like the prettiest sunny, no clouds in the sky spring day. And fortunately, like, this time of the year where I live, like, the bass are biting, buddy. What I really need to be doing is taking care of some yard work, because I've been at tournaments for 2 weeks solid and my yard is starting to look like Jungle Boy Jim over there. But since the days are longer, I can actually still go fishing, come back, pick up my mower from Anderson Power Equipment, come back and cut the grass. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm not letting this like, there's only one time of the year where fishing is this good and I don't want to miss it. So we're gonna get it all done today. We're gonna get some yard work done, but first we're gonna get some fishing done. Let's put the gas in the floor. I'm gonna run to a creek that I've fished a lot and see if we can rig up a few baits that might catch a few fish today. You know, you can always be simple with your baits in the springtime because fish are typically in shallow water this time of year. Anytime you're kind of struggling in the springtime of the year, just trust that the fish are almost always shallow. As soon as I started fishing, I found one on a bed. Looks like she's about to get it. Yeah, got it. That's so much fun. I just kind of kept easing up there. Ease up there a little tighter to it where I can see it real good and make a good cast. Oh, and I finally got her. Yeah, that's all right. I like that. They've been a lot more aggressive. Basically all I'm doing today is just pitching around this little smoked purple worm on a drop shot. Any kind of little dark spaces or where I think they're spawning at is all I'm fishing. There he is. There he is. I think I like this a little bit better. Went to Baitcaster 15-pound test line. I saw a couple big ones cruising around. Now, obviously, this is not, he deserves to be held upside down. If he's not 2 pounds today, I hold him in front of the camera upside down. Let's see, that looks like a little dark spot right there. Looks like I saw a little movement. I'm just gonna shake it a little bit. That ain't a bad one. That ain't a bad one. Whoa. He ain't good, but he ain't that bad, is he? Let me get back here and try to load you down, baby. Huh? Yeah, he's a 3-pounder. It's on my little Bubba shot. Oh, come here. Ah, that's a nice one. Yeah, he's cool. I like that drop shot. I just saw a little dark spot, saw a little movement, and I just cast right over there towards it, and he went to walking with it. Everybody gets mad when I say walking because fish don't have, well, as far as we know, they don't have legs. We're gonna move down lake and see if we can catch some spotted bass, doing some other different things. We only got like another hour and a half, and it's starting to get cloudy out here, so Let's move to a different end of the lake, see if we can catch some more numbers. I want to catch a bunch of them. We got to catch all we can before we got to go home and do yard work, so let's go get it done. Them kind of fish during the tournament. I'm talking about a doggone thickin' too, boy. So that was a fun little getaway. Now it's time to get to the nitty-gritty work. This is my mower right here behind me. This is a 52-inch cut. That's what I chose. Is a 52-inch cut for my yard. If you've seen my yard, it's not exactly the biggest yard. My property is exactly 1 acre, but the part of the yard that I actually keep manicured is about 8,000 square foot. So I didn't want the biggest mower, but I wanted a big enough mower that when I want to go fishing like I did today, I could come home and in less than an hour knock out my yard chores. If you're in the market for a new piece of equipment to take care of your property, a couple things you need to think about. Obviously is the size of your property. You definitely want to think about that, but not as much as the size of your property. You also want to think about the topography. You like that word I use, topography. How much slope you got? How level is your property? When you're thinking about what size of piece of equipment you want to use for your property. You know, obviously riding equipment is what you want to have most of the time if you can get away with it. Think about the slope. If you've got a lot of slope, a bigger piece of equipment is probably not going to mow quite as level. If you have a lot of dips in your property, a lot of contour changes, that's what I meant by topography. If it's not just straight flat, if it's flat, you can get probably as big of a piece of equipment as you need. Get the largest piece of equipment you can get. If you've got nice flat level land, doesn't matter. You got a lot of trees, you got a lot of flower beds that you kind of have to maneuver around. Definitely that's when you want to start to consider smaller, easier to handle piece of equipment. My yard, 8,000 square foot. I have 2 trees in the front yard. My bed edges have a lot of curves and turns to it. Consider your topography, consider the slope. Second thing, do you ever think about the storage, trailering? If you're going to get a 60-inch cut or larger, you're going to have a bigger trailer. How are you going to move that piece of equipment if you have multiple properties? How are you going to move it around? Think about that when you're buying your mower. All right, lastly, this is the thing you definitely need to think about. How often are you actually going to be mowing your property? If you're the kind of person that doesn't really mow their property quite as often, every other week, every 2 weeks is probably your mowing frequency, I highly suggest that you go with a little bit larger mower so you get more horsepower. Anything that is going to be 60 inches and up is going to come with a bigger engine. Bigger engine is going to allow you to mow taller lawn, bigger grass. Maybe you don't even have a true lawn, which is perfectly fine. Maybe you just have more of a rough yard. You know, like it's a rough property. Consider upping your size more. Consider upping your horsepower so you can cut that taller grass and only have to mow it once and not have to double cut it. So all these are things that you want to take in consideration when you're looking to buy a mower. Make sure you go to the Exmark Backyard Life website. They've got a ton of projects there about the rural lifestyle, lawn and gardening. Tons of content there for you guys to help you along with your DIY projects on your property.